праздником вас! С Днем Победы! Ура!
Ever wondered what makes Vladimir Putin one of the most powerful leaders in the world? Today, let's uncover his enigmatic persona and delve into the shadows and explore the dark truths surrounding Vladimir Putin. From his rise to power to the controversies that have shrouded his reign, this is the untold story you won't find in the headlines. Welcome back to Mogul Flicks, where we explore the captivating stories behind the world's most impactful leaders. If you enjoy what we're sharing, please show your support by liking our video and subscribing to our channel. Now, let's get started. As we peel back the layers of Vladimir Putin's ascent to power, one question looms large. Who is the man behind the Iron Curtain? Born into the waning days of the Soviet Union, Putin emerged from the crucible of tumultuous times, his formative years marked by the shadow of Cold War tensions and the collapse of an empire. From these humble beginnings, Putin navigated a labyrinthine path through the ranks of the KGB, honing his skills in espionage and statecraft amidst the cloak and dagger world of Soviet intelligence. His rise within the ranks of the security apparatus was propelled by a steely determination and a keen intellect, earning him the reputation of a formidable operative adept at navigating the murky waters of political intrigue. Yet it was the seismic shifts of the post-Soviet era that would catapult Putin into the spotlight of Russian politics. Amidst the chaos of economic upheaval and political instability, Putin emerged as a figure of stability and strength, positioning himself as a bulwark against the chaos threatening to engulf the fledgling Russian Federation. Beneath the facade of Putin's meteoric rise lay a complex web of ambition, opportunism, and strategic calculation. His journey to the pinnacle of power was driven by a relentless pursuit of control and authority, forged in the crucible of post-Soviet chaos and uncertainty. Putin capitalized on the tumultuous transition period following the collapse of the Soviet Union, leveraging his background in the KGB to navigate the shifting political landscape with cunning and precision. At the heart of Putin's ascent was a deep-seated desire to restore Russia's status as a global superpower and safeguard its interests on the world stage. Fueled by a sense of national pride and a commitment to restoring order amidst the chaos of the 1990s, Putin portrayed himself as a strong and decisive leader capable of restoring stability and asserting Russian influence on the global stage. Yet behind the carefully crafted image of strength and stability lurked darker truths obscured from public view. Putin's consolidation of power was accompanied by a ruthless suppression of dissent and political opposition, characterized by crackdowns on independent media, civil society, and political rivals. The corridors of the Kremlin became a battleground for power struggles and intrigue, with Putin wielding the tools of state authority to silence dissent and solidify his grip on power. As Putin's reign enters its fourth decade, the secrets buried within the corridors of the Kremlin continue to cast a shadow over Russia's political landscape. From clandestine operations to suppressed dissent to allegations of illicit wealth accumulation, the true extent of Putin's grip on power and the methods employed to maintain it remain shrouded in secrecy and speculation. Once in power, Vladimir Putin wasted no time in solidifying his grip on the Russian Federation. Through a combination of cunning political maneuvering and ruthless suppression of dissent, Putin transformed Russia into a formidable force on the global stage. With the mantle of power firmly upon his shoulders, Vladimir Putin embarked on a relentless mission to fortify his hold over the Russian Federation. Employing a shrewd blend of political stratagems and unyielding suppression of opposition, Putin orchestrated Russia's metamorphosis into a formidable player on the world's geopolitical chessboard. However, this ascent to dominance has come at a staggering cost. As Putin's sphere of influence expanded, so too did the chorus of accusations levied against his regime. Allegations of rampant corruption, egregious human rights violations, and brazen political assassinations began to reverberate both domestically and internationally. What drives Putin's iron-fisted control over the levers of power? And what toll has Russia paid for the sustenance of his reign? Let's get into the details. Putin's control is driven by a combination of factors, including a desire for personal power and legacy, a commitment to maintaining Russia's geopolitical influence, and a deep-seated fear of internal dissent and external threats. He perceives himself as a guardian of Russian sovereignty and national interests, viewing any challenges to his authority as existential threats to the stability and integrity of the state. To sustain his reign, Putin has employed a range of tactics, from strategic political maneuvering to brutal suppression of opposition voices. He's centralized power within the Kremlin, neutering independent institutions and consolidating control over key sectors of the economy, media, and security apparatus. Through a network of loyalists and cronies, Putin has cultivated a system of patronage and corruption, ensuring the loyalty of elites while quashing dissent and dissenters. However, this iron-fisted control comes at a steep cost to Russia and its people. The erosion of democratic norms and institutions has stifled political pluralism and civil society, fostering a climate of fear and intimidation. Human rights abuses, including crackdowns on free speech, political opposition, and minority groups, have tarnished Russia's international reputation and strained relations with the West. Beyond the borders of Russia, Vladimir Putin has emerged as a key player in international affairs. His foreign policy agenda is driven by a complex interplay of strategic interests, geopolitical calculations, and a desire to restore Russia's status as a global superpower. Putin seeks to assert Russia's influence on the world stage, challenging Western dominance and promoting a multipolar world order. Through strategic alliances with other authoritarian regimes and support for controversial leaders, Putin aims to expand Russia's sphere of influence and counterbalance Western hegemony.
This is the first time Russian President Vladimir Putin received Syrian leader Bashar al-Assad in Moscow since 2015.
He has forged close ties with leaders such as Bashar al-Assad in Syria and Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela, providing military and diplomatic support to bolster their regimes and advance Russian interests. Moreover, Putin has capitalized on opportunities to exploit divisions within Western democracies, leveraging disinformation campaigns, cyber warfare, and covert operations to undermine democratic institutions and sow discord among Western allies. By exploiting existing fault lines and amplifying existing tensions, Putin seeks to weaken Western resolve and undermine the unity of NATO and the European Union. On the world stage, Putin's foreign policy agenda has far-reaching implications. His assertive actions, including military interventions in Ukraine and Syria, annexation of Crimea, and interference in foreign elections, have sparked international condemnation and triggered sanctions from the West. Tensions between Russia and the West have reached levels not seen since the Cold War, fueling a new era of geopolitical rivalries and strategic competition. As Putin continues to assert Russia's influence on the world stage, the impact of his foreign policy agenda reverberates across continents, shaping the geopolitical landscape and challenging the existing world order. In an era marked by uncertainty and instability, the world watches with bated breath as Putin's shadow looms large on the global stage, navigating a delicate balance of power and geopolitics. As we reflect on Vladimir Putin's legacy, one thing becomes clear: his impact on the world will be felt for generations to come. Putin's presidency has been marked by a mixture of strength, ruthlessness, and controversy, leaving an indelible mark on both Russia and the international community. But as the curtain falls on Putin's presidency, the dark truths that lie beneath the surface may finally come to light. Allegations of corruption, political assassinations, and state-sponsored cyber warfare have cast a shadow over Putin's legacy, raising questions about the true nature of his rule and the extent of his influence. History will ultimately judge Vladimir Putin's presidency, weighing the achievements against the controversies and assessing his impact on Russia and the world. Whether he's remembered as a strong leader who restored Russia's greatness or a ruthless autocrat who trampled on democracy and human rights remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: as the legacy of Vladimir Putin unfolds, the world will be watching closely, grappling with the complex legacy of one of the most enigmatic figures of the 21st century. And there you have it, the dark truths behind one of the most enigmatic figures of our time. How do you perceive Putin's influence on the world and its implications for the broader geopolitical landscape? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more gripping documentaries. Stay tuned for more MogulFlix exclusives as we uncover the untold stories of power, intrigue, and ambition. Until next time, keep exploring the hidden truths that shape our world. Missed our previous captivating tales? Don't miss out. Click on the video on your screen and revisit the stories that shaped history.